I have no idea why more people aren't using Catwoman. Okay, she is absolutely incredible. Her kit is absolutely incredible. She's the problem solver for so many issues that you might run into in the game. And she has an event coming up this weekend, coming up starting tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just hop right into her kit.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Graphic here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm going to go through Catwoman's kit, and I seem to remember, and I meant to look this up before I started the video, I think that I already did an in-depth guide on her. This might be the first time I'm doing one twice, and actually there's a few tunes I want to go back and do twice, while there's still tunes I haven't even done yet. Regardless, that's just me talking all that nonsense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through her kit. Let me go ahead and grab my little, here we go, grab my notes. I'm going to go through her kit and then show you a few battles that I did with her in PvP. This video is going to be relatively short because she's kind of straightforward when it gets down to it. I feel like she's pretty plug and play, very situational depending on what you want to do, but I'll get all into all of that. Now, first off, I did, before I even took her RB1, I did get her, like, I guess you would call it the classic skin, and it kind of is reminiscent to me of the animated series. And I know it was first purple, and then the animated series made it gray, but I was like, I like this more. And then they had the newer Catwoman come out with the goggles on, and I've grown to like that look. I wasn't a fan of it at first, but now I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I like it. I do like it. I do like it. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the kit. Whiplash. Damage to an enemy. Always purge 2 buffs. Gain 2 speed ups if Catwoman is invisible. Steal all awareness and true sight from target. Purge 5 buffs if target has positive immunity. Like just that A1 alone. I use that because I like to, like, okay, so for example, I'll use it against, I could use it against Spectre. After he stacked up all of his freaking awareness, I can just steal all those and be like, mine now. True sight. Very, very handy for her to have in the first place. And sometimes you even want to open up the A1 so you can take the true sight from, I don't know, Azrael. So that way he's not one-shotting everybody on your team and avoiding your taunter. Purging 5 buffs if target has positive immunity. So first thing I think of is Superman. Now her A3, her A3 is better like suited towards taking care of Superman. However, if you've already used the A3, the A1, if she's invisible, is not a bad option. And her being invisible makes you want to run her under, first things first, Nightwing, and then Clayface. Invisibility is a big thing that unlocks her kit, so running her with those 2 tunes is like just absolutely incredible. On the A2, Misdirection. Gain invisibility, which, hey, she needs that, and plus 40% turn meter. Invisibility duration +1 if teammate is taunting. So for example, if I do have my Clayface sitting there and he has given her invisibility and then the invisibility is dropped off, if I go ahead and use the A2, then that invisibility is going to be 1 extra turn. So that's a good look. Then on the legendary ability, when Catwoman reaches 0 health, 50% chance to use Misdirection, gain 8 evasion ups and heal, which isn't a bad ability at all. Like I like it a lot, and it does proc fairly often. I would say it procs 50% of the time. So awesome ability, great for her survival. However, she's not squishy, but she's damn sure not tanky. Like she's pretty squishy, so the invisibility helps her survive. This little legendary point does help her survive more through battle, so definitely worth it. Then hit and run, the golden egg of this awesome kit. Damage to an enemy, gain 3 speed ups. Then the legendary ability, apply stun and purge all buffs on target. Steal all positive immunities on target if Catwoman is invisible. So I'm running her under Nightwing, for example. Superman does his whole ramp up damage immunity, death immunity thing. I can purge all his buffs and take all the positive immunities, like his damage immunity, like his death immunity, and then just leave him completely vulnerable. However, if I'm not invisible, and if I don't run her under invisibility or it falls off or gets stripped for some reason, I can still just purge all his buffs and leave him vulnerable. The only thing is like when that tune has debuff immunity, then the stun won't apply itself. So just a heads up on that. You're not stripping the buffs and then giving stun. You're giving stun and then stripping the buffs, which means like the stun isn't gonna really hit. So just so you know. Then passive ability, distraction. Catwoman has a 38% chance to gain invisibility and heal herself when anyone on her team takes damage. So she's going to give herself invisibility, 38% chance to do it, which I would love for that to be 50% or I don't know, 100%, but then she'd probably be OP. I would love for that to be like a little bit higher up than 38%, but it's still a good look. She will heal herself if any teammate takes damage, which also just lends herself to running with taunters like a Clayface, who will give her invisibility, take damage. He even purges negative immunities from himself as well when he gets his turnaround. Then she will also gain 1 evasion up and a speed up. Her kit is just so, her kit is so legit. All right, anyway, I'm in actually for a legendary order. Let me see here. Legendary order has to first, okay. Legendary order, because the A3 has 2 legendary points. So I'm gonna say the first 3, of course, you don't really have much of a choice in that one. See, you steal awareness and truth. I could see the damn. I can see the A1 or going for the second A3. I'm going to say the A1 just because you would use it more often, and stealing that awareness and the true sight is actually a really, really, really good thing. So I would say then first A3, then A1, then A3, and then I'm leaning more towards the A2, even though it's 50%. I don't like that gate, but it does seem to help her with survivability. And then gaining 1 evasion up and 1 speed up isn't all that much in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and go. So you have 3, 1, 3, 2, 5, 4. That is my legendary order. Now I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into the matches. Boom. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. And I had like a little problem before trying to get this underway. Let's see if it's gonna cooperate with me. All right, so, and as I want to do lately, I'm gonna pause. So now I have Aquaman, who is there to take care of Black Flash. I'm using Nightwing to give us that invisibility. I'm using Terra to give us agility ups to help Catwoman with survivability, as well as a debuff immunity to avoid getting the Enrage is going to come from Harley Quinn. My first target, I would like to be Spectre. Now, I don't even know if I remember how this all goes out, but let's just go ahead and check it out. All right, so then you have Harley Quinn. She does her thing. We're immune to that. Aquaman goes off. Spectre tries to hit us hard. Does not work. Now, I'm going to use the A3 on Harley Quinn. Yeah. Get rid of all of those immunities and stun her. Oh, so... And that's the thing, sometimes, I will say this, don't expect it, but sometimes when you, well, no. I think her debuff immunity was already gone. Was it not? No, it was not gone. So right there you see she still has debuff immunity, and then the stun was applied. Sometimes that does not happen, just so you have a heads up. Sometimes it doesn't happen, so don't count on that happening, all right? Then hopefully the idea was to go after Spectre next, or at least stun him so that he wouldn't be able to do his old death immunity thing. But no, didn't go for that. Oh. Next up. Oh. And here's one thing I did try to do. I was looking for, and this is always how it goes, I was looking for Spectres, and I wanted to take out, I wanted Spectre to get ramped up so I could steal his awareness. And in this situation, it didn't really happen that way. But I really, really, really wanted to use her ability to steal awareness on Spectre, just to like take all of his awareness and then just stand there like, what? What you gonna do? I got everything you need. All right, so Spectre's taken care of. We're stunning. We're trying to use the stun actually to keep Black Flash under control. But also the idea, or the ability for her to steal, purge 5 buffs on the A1 if she's invisible, and she's gonna maintain invisibility for a good portion of this, is just absolutely incredible. All right, so I'm gonna skip forward on this a little bit because it seems like it's pretty well in hand, as you guys can tell. Wait, actually, did I use her? Yeah, see, okay, right there. You see all that awareness? That's me stealing awareness from Martian Manhunter. I wasn't even noticing. She's such a cat burglar. I wasn't even noticing. She was pickpocketing old dude for his awareness the entire time, and I was not paying attention. But no, she just stole awareness on the A1 from Martian Manhunter, leaving him open. And that's the thing, like she debuffs, but she doesn't debuff. She strip buffs, steals buffs, gives them to herself, weakens the opponent. So Now Martian Manhunter is open to be attacked by the rest of the team because she's removed all of his awareness from him. And then on the next move, if she wants, in the next move, if she has the A3 up, then she can steal the intelligence up as well. That way he won't hit as hard. I think, did I not use the A1 again? Yeah, because I want to steal his awareness again. I knew I did. All right, so, and then if I wanted to on the next one, I could just go ahead and strip him of all his buffs or purge all of his buffs from him. So he won't even have the intelligence up, so he won't be able to hit us as hard. All right, so what did I do here? All right, let's just go ahead. I think I went ahead and use misdirection as protector just in case. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next video. This is me running under Clayface because Clayface, when he taunts, he gives everybody on the team invisibility, which then, again, opens up her kit. So let's go ahead and scooch back. All right, so, and then, of course, you have Aquaman there to deal with. Oh, wait, Black Flash wasn't in. So why did I use Aquaman? I got to use somebody different there. All right, so I'm really curious about that now. Is he, oh, well, I would like for her to strip the immunity from, or all of the immunities from Green Arrow. So as you see, she stole his death immunity and then stripped the rest of his buffs. So now he's open to be taken out. So here's the thing, like there's not much to say because she's so incredible. And I legit don't understand why people don't use her more often. I mean, maybe because you need invisibility to be part of her kit to unlock her full kit, and you don't run tunes that give invisibility. She gives it to herself on her A2 and on the P1 A4. However, even if you don't account for that, her ability to strip buffs is just so invaluable, especially in a meta that has people using a lot of buffs, a lot of buffs. That's why Wonder Girl is making a comeback, is because so many buffs are out there. So, or has been making a comeback. It's been months in the making, but still. I don't get why she's not used more often. I really don't. Maybe it's because of defensively she's not great. I don't know how great she is defensively. So maybe that's the reasoning behind her not being used that much. But like, oh wait, so this is Catwoman, Wonder Woman, Donna Troy, and Clayface. So obviously Clayface is there for the invisibility. Then also I think there was another passive ability. I'm gonna look through her kit right now. When an ally is taunting, then she'll give herself oh yes, +1 on her invisibility when she uses the A2 if an ally is taunting. Donna Troy is there. Oh, this is what I was trying to do. I was putting Donna Troy in because I wanted to use the multiverse presence, I think is what it's called on Donna Troy, where she reduces the cooldown of all abilities for allies by 1. That way we would be able to use hit and run more often. That was my thought process with having Donna Troy there. And then everything else is pretty obvious. Well, Wonder Woman isn't exactly obvious. Actually, what I was trying to do with Wonder Woman was I was trying to use her ability to transfer debuffs back onto the enemy team to kind of counteract Punchline's ability to give us diseases. So it was like, all right, so if I'm going to get some diseases, Wonder Woman can purge these debuffs, number 1. Number 2, she can also send some of those debuffs back to the enemy team. So that was the thought process there. And then Clayface, Catwoman for obvious reasons. It is Catwoman's video, and Clayface gives invisibility and agility up, which does help against physical damage tunes. So put the taunt back up. And did I use the A2 on her, or did I go for the A3? Yeah, I went for the A3. Stun and hit punchline. Yep. That works. Now, right now, and this is the thing, Wonder Woman's really, really good at purging debuffs. And she's a mid-game monster. So definitely, if you're early in the game, go ahead and like start. I've started reluctantly like putting some resources into Wonder Woman POT on my free-to-play account. So I would definitely advise that you do that. Like I'm still focused on Green Lantern and Lex, but Wonder Woman POT is definitely worth the resources and the investment. All right, so purging the rest of those buffs, and then after she purges those buffs, she's attacked. This isn't Wonder Woman's video. This isn't Wonder Woman's video. Sorry. I'll do a Wonder Woman video one of these days. So it looks like, again, we have everything well in control. She has a bunch of agility ups. She has an awareness. She has 2 speed ups. I'm guessing that's from the passive ability. Yeah, and they are just not going to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and bump to the last video. I think the 4th one is the last one, and then I will call it a video after that. All right, so have the Taunter, Barda to protect Catwoman. Then you also have Nightwing there to give invisibility, Terra there, agility ups, and debuff immunity just to deal with whatever debuffs we have coming. This battle seemed to have gone a bit longer. Who am I facing here? We have Lex, Spectre, Harley Quinn. That's why Terra was there. How did this go? Yeah, taunt to protect everybody. Let's go ahead and get that stun on. I'm thinking I did it on Spectre. Yes, I did, so that if anyone dies in the meantime, there's no problems. Yep. All right. Already looking pretty good, though. Like the main issue, the main person I'm worried about right now is Spectre. I need someone to take Spectre out. Oh, yep, go ahead that A3 on Spectre. Hit that A3 on Spectre. Oh, what were you doing? What was I doing? What was I thinking? Oh, I know what I was thinking. I know exactly what I was thinking. All right, this is me being a bit arrogant. What I think I was trying to do here was build up enough defense to where I would be able to take a bunch of Spectre's awareness. Now, I'm not sure I was actually successful in that attempt, and maybe I'm just trying to, because I was trying to do that, and I can't remember if I ever accomplished it in a very real way. So was that what I was trying to do? Because so far, I've been like avoiding Spectre. Like I haven't really hit him like the way I should. Why? What was I thinking? I couldn't, was I that arrogant? Come on now. Come on now. I wasn't that arrogant. I'm leaving Spectre open. No way. Okay, well, I stripped all of his intelligence and awareness then, so maybe that wasn't my game plan. But I do remember actually doing something like that against Superman, but didn't record it. But Superman was fully ramped up, fully ready to go, all his death immunity, all his damage immunity, all those strength ups, and I just like popped over with Catwoman and just said, whoop, mine now, and I'll go ahead and throw away the rest of the stuff. So, man, and this is the thing too, she's Catwoman, but she can handle, in this game, some of the most powerful tunes. Now you have to set it up correctly, of course, but she can take out Spectre relatively easy. She can take out Superman relatively easy, and a lot of these tunes cause problems with people. She can take out Arcus relatively easy to get that death immunity off of him once he does that A2. Like a lot of problems she solves. You have to build right around it. I think she's plug and play for certain situations and depending on the roster, but you do have to plan around her or play around her and be like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do, and then that's going to be the next step because I'm going to purge all of this, and then go at it. Or I'm going to steal all of this, blah, blah, and then go at it. So, like, yeah, it does require some planning, but she can be so useful. So useful. So definitely go for her frags in this event coming up this weekend. Also, my next in-depth guide is going to be Hush. I think I'm going to release that. It's going to be Hush and Man-Bat. Those are going to be released next week. I'm trying to decide which order to release them in because Hush is a PvP reward and Man-Bat has an event this weekend as well. And then after that will be my free-to-play series. Week 5 will be coming out next week as well. So I will say this. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. And if you want to support the channel, buy me a coffee. Check out the link below and buy me a coffee. You guys know how much I love my coffee. And on top of it, big shout out to Dash from DC Legends Toolkit for showing me, well, not even showing me, I just saw that buy me a coffee thing. So support the channel, buy me a coffee. Thank you guys for watching all the way through, and I'll see you next time.